Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. This here is Portie's Garage. You got brother-in-law Mick here doing a follow-up video on the installation of the ham radio, and you actually got Mr. Portie himself running the camera. I'm actually in Portie's garage today, and the only way he'd let me come in his garage is if I gave this baby a bath.
Gotta be clean.
Look how she looks. I might have to keep it clean. Can't wait for summer to get the hose out so I can clean that up. So this is a follow-up video to the installation of this ham radio. And one of the listeners pointed out an issue that I had with this install. I'm going to have to give thanks to it's redacted 2763. He pointed out that when you install these radios and use their typical cables that you see here, they've got fuses on the end that protect the radio. Well, he pointed out that the fuses protect the radio. You can see the white there, those are the fuses. But there is nothing protecting the car. So I need to install an inline fuse near the battery so that if there's a short where those wires go through the firewall, they won't short out the car and burn down the car. So let's get set up. I'm going to show you the tools that we'll be using. It's going to be a real simple install. We'll just cut the wire, get the inline fuse installed, and we'll fire up the radio and show how it works. Let's get to it. So here we are in front of the Tacoma. You can see I've got the wire coming through the firewall down on the end, zip tied against the wires all the way around, and I come up and I had a direct connection to the battery. As you can see, we disconnected the battery here. This is where he pointed out I need to put a fuse, an inline fuse right here on the battery. So for the tools today, all we've got is a 10 millimeter, which was used to disconnect the positive terminal. I've got a Bussmann inline fuse, 12 gauge wire that uses the ATM fuses. Bought a pack of ATM fuses. All I need is a 15 amp. You buy one, it's about $5. You buy a pack of 10, it's $10. So I usually will get the pack. I've got connectors here. I do a lot of work on a pontoon boat, so I use the heat shrink for waterproofing. Again, same thing. You buy a small pack, it's $10. You buy the big pack, it's $20. So I've got everything we need here. A couple zip ties, lighter for the heat shrink. So now that we're disconnected from the positive, I'm going to cut the wire here. It looks like about a 10 gauge, and I know this is a 12, so we'll use a yellow connector. We'll cut that, install the inline fuse here, put the heat shrinks on each end, heat them up, reconnect everything, put the fuse in, we should be good to go. All right, here we are. We'll just cut the positive here, make sure we're disconnected, not touching anything. Cut that. So as you can see, we had Mr. Portie there. Fast forward through the install. It was a pretty simple install. Cut the wire, strip them. Struggle with the size of the wire. They're a little different. The Eaton inline fuse was 12 gauge, and the wire harness that came with the radio was a little larger. Got that figured out. Put the yellow connectors on. Heat shrank them together. Made sure everything's watertight. Installed a 15 amp fuse. So now I've got a fuse at the battery protecting the car, and I also have it here right down on the bottom, inline fuses protecting the radio. So everything should be protected. All we have left to do is connect the radio. I did not bring an antenna, so I can't use the radio, but I will turn it on. Show you that we do have power. As you hear the kerchunk, you can see we got 12.5 volts without the car running. If you like the content you see on here, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. And I would like to thank Redacted 2763 for pointing out the area I had. We'll link that original video to this so you can watch them both, how we install the radio. And again, thank for the viewers for keeping things safe for everyone out there. So make sure you subscribe to Portie's Garage. Thank you.